First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and to my ourselves great millstone, Wallach's truth, and also to those elect that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. Come back here today with another great, powerful lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type of day lesson is America infrastructure under attack. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners and learners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick news article here by CBS News. And it reads, it says water supplier, American Water Works says system hacked. Let's get a little bit more. It says here, American Water Works, a supplier of drinking water and wastewater service to more than 14 million people on Monday, said hackers had breached its computer networks and system, prompting it to pause billing to customers. Said the Camden, New Jersey-based utility became aware of the unauthorized activity on Thursday and took protective steps, including shutting down certain systems. The American Water Works stated in a regulatory filing, said the company does not believe its facilities or operation were impacted by the cybersecurity incident, but is currently unable to predict the full impact, it stated. So we're going to constantly see these things happening left and right. So we already know what's in the news right now, about what Hurricane Milton. Also, we know that we are about 4 weeks off from the election. So we already know that this is a repeat of 2020. You already know what happened in 2020. So we know that things about to pick up. So right now, this was a cyber attack on the water supply. So these things are constantly picking up your infrastructure, your well life, your livelihood. So a lot of these things right now, it's happening right before our eyes. So we seeing right now the system is constantly breaking down. And also we knowing that, a lot of people are trapped, I think I think that's I-75, I think, coming out of Petersburg and also coming out of Tampa, Florida, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They've been trapped there for hours. Oh, they're right there in the middle of that body of water. And also they say it's going to be massive flooding. So, we already know this is order out of chaos. And one thing about, we're not ignorant of his mindset, his devices, his agenda, his plan. So now let's go here. Let's get a little bit more. So once again, let's read this once again. It said water supplier, American Water Works says system hack. So, they said they had to shut it down for a period of time. So people didn't have water, they didn't have what resource. So basically the Lord is breaking the staff of the bread, even though we know that left hand energy is working, but it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So now let's look up the word infrastructure. Let's get a little bit more edification. Let's look up the word infrastructure. One moment. Let's go here. Infrastructure. Let's get a little bit more. Infrastructure. It says infrastructure is the fundamental physical systems and structures that enable a region, country, or business to function. So pretty much, this, it's like you see what happened with Hurricane Helene. You see how all that devastation, it messed up the infrastructure. A lot of people right now can't go on with their daily life like they normally do, like their job, their resources, all those things, in one day it was just constantly swept away. It's also, dealing with the roadway, the highways, all that was messed up, was totally destroyed. So you already know where this is going. This is all by design, but by who? Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So we see right here, said definition. Let's look at this first one. It said the basic framework of said Salaki, let's read it again, said the basic framework work or foundation of a system or organization or the public work system of a country, state, or region. So we're seeing in that first news clip right there, it says about the water system was hacked, so it's dealing with your water and also your wastewater, your sewage, so all that's dealing, with the infrastructure, so if these things be affected, this place will be a third world country overnight. See right here, it says, example said transportation system, said communication, network, sewage, water, school system. So that's pretty much right there. This is, what I'm saying, if that's exactly what's happening. So, and also they're using these hurricanes, which in fact these when you look around, I'm trying to say it in a better way, this heart manipulating weather machine, or look up cloud seeding. So this is exactly what's happening. So one hurricane behind another, so it's constantly messing up these transportation system, communication networks, sewage, water, and school system. So these things will get overload, but just like I said, also will cause economic collapse, because it's shutting things down. And also about these ports. So that's the infrastructure. So we seeing right now, right before and also it's already been rumors of China hacking the infrastructure, also these computer systems, inside of America, and one thing about it, we already know that, the stage is set, all things are ready. Let's get a little bit more here. It says, let's read the example again, transportation system, communication network. So you already knowing that AT&T, also Verizon had these outage. Hey, we constantly showing this to you. Also, not too long ago, these airports was shutting down because of a cyber attack. Some type of system got hacked. So man, we constantly seeing these things left and right. We knowing exactly what's going on. They're trying to bring forth another system, bring down this system. So that's what we're seeing right now, the breakdown, the fall of America. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes. So now we are bracing for Hurricane Milton. And also they saying that it's going to be, they say it could be even a possible category 6. So they said one of the strongest storms that's ever recorded in history. Is this by design? Has this been manufactured? It's time to wake up. It says here, infrastructure vital to region economic development and prosperity. So we already knowing that we're coming upon a great economic collapse, and also we're seeing that they're constantly everywhere you look, we're seeing that these things are constantly sprouting up about this. This has been hacked. That has been hacked. And also, you dealing with your transportation. So it's getting ready to shut this place down. That's why they're already talking about 15-minute city. A man shelter is out to go in the city shall not be able, because the infrastructure is going to be shut down. Also, it's going to be martial law, lockdowns, a lot of things that happen, a great economic collapse. So we seeing where we at. So, the men of law, we're constantly standing on that watch, and we'll stand on fire for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So once again, it's an infrastructure. It says here, once again, this is exactly what I wanted right here. This is the main meat right here. Transportation system, communication network, sewage, water, and school system. So when all this hell break loose, hey man, it ain't gonna be no more working. It ain't gonna be no more going to school. Your livelihood, your way of life is getting ready. Also, these banks gonna all be shut down. These grocery stores, these restaurants, all this is dealing with your infrastructure. These roadways, these highways, these back roads. All these things. They already said that a FEMA is already planning for some type of event, and also they in collaboration with the NFL, these stadiums, so they looking for something as big as getting ready to happen. We already know what happened back when Hurricane Katrina hit. So one thing about these devils are getting ready to roll. But when the enemy come in like a flood, the Lord is going to lift up the standard. So now let's get this fresh video by Dabo. I think it's by Dabo 7 about this infrastructure attack on the drinking water. Let's get this one first.
Are produced mainly by the Chinese.
So like, let me start it from the beginning.
What's up, guys? Dabu7. It looks like we're getting hit all around in terms of cyber attacks and our infrastructure being targeted. We're now being told that all of the ship-to-shore cranes that are in our ports are produced mainly by the Chinese. And they're saying that now they are discovering that there are like modems built into these things that should not be there. They were not supposed to be there when they were contracted to build these things. And they're saying that they can remote access these cranes on our ports. You talk about shutting stuff down and causing chaos, especially in a time of war. So this is pretty crazy. Anything and everything the Chinese have built and made are going to fall under the microscope now, especially that we know that they can just blow devices up like Israel showed us, or like they showed us out of Lebanon, where certain things can be targeted. Now, we're also being told that the Chinese hackers have hacked into AT&T, Verizon, and another telecommunications company. They're saying they feel it's only a matter of time before they hit a certain sector of our power grid and take it down. We're getting all this word about all these things getting hit, and it seems to all tie back to the CCP. And on top of it, now they're saying that someone, probably connected back to the Chinese here, have infiltrated our water systems, our sewage and water systems. The water systems that supply water to 14 million people, millions of people. This is crazy. Someone is getting into all sectors. Throughout the year, we've seen the hospitals get hit and hacked, and they say that our infrastructure is mostly controlled by the private sector, and that makes it ripe for ransom attacks, cyber attacks, and things of that nature. But with all the alerts and all the warnings going down, man, how do you let all this happen with the Chinese? It just feels like a setup, totally. So just know that once we engage in a full-scale war with China, they have the ability to remotely access all of those cranes, and I'm going to say shut them down or make them go bonkers and everything else. So it's quite a shocking announcement, because to me, at any moment they can cripple our ports. It's pretty big. And now they're tapping into the water supplies and everything else. Man, folks, I'd have a plan. I'd get off grid and away from their supplies, things that they can attack and take you down. But join me for the live streams.
So we're seeing right now that, that American infrastructure is under attack. So, any given day, that this, could be an EMP attack. It could be a cyber attack. Your power grid, dealing with your communication, your internet. Could be dealing with, also, already know about the port situation. Said they had came to some type of temporary agreement. Also, it's going to be dealing with your water, your food, your power grid. Once again, your financial system, the banking system, great economic collapse. Also, it's going to be dealing with the infrastructure, the roadway, your transportation, how you getting your goods in and out. So, once again, these ports, a lot of these things are constantly picking up, in the middle of constantly warning you left and right, terrorist attack, so these things are here, so this is all by design. We already knowing that these things going to constantly pick up. Also, this Hurricane Milton going to bring up more infrastructure damage. And also, I had a video a while back, this 100-mile coast all around these different coastline that they're saying that they're going to lock down. I had a video on it, but I might bring it out in another lesson. But anyway, we kind of seeing now that we're under attack, and also we know that World War III is constantly brewing left and right. So we already knowing that they already have these sleeper cells in place. A lot of things is happening. So now let's get a quick precept, and we'll get another video in a moment. And I'm hoping I'm not all over the place. Let's go here first. Let's go here to Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 11 says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it risen, and mischief shall fall upon thee, that thou shalt not be able to put it off. and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So that's exactly what's happening. These calamities and these catastrophes are happening just about every day. And right now, a lot of people are going to be caught up in desperation, going to be caught up in a lot of uncertainty. Right now, a lot of people are walking blind, not aware of what's going on all around. And these things are constantly picking up left and right. This place is getting ready to be a third world country. And also it's going to bring forth a great famine, great death, food shortage, starvation. A lot of things are getting ready to happen. We're constantly warning you. So America has been under attack. And one thing about it, we already knowing what they're trying to usher in, the NWO. So let's read in NLT, Isaiah chapter 47 in the NLT. It said, so disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm it away. Said calamity will fall upon you, and you won't be able to buy your way out. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one from which you are not prepared. So a lot of people are not going to be prepared because what? They're not watching. They are constantly going on with their daily lives. We're getting very close to these elections. So, things are getting ready to get popping. Could this be the possible dark winter that we have been constantly talking about for the last couple of years? So we already know that these things have been manufactured, by design. And one thing about it, they constantly bring it left and right. And once again, this heart manipulating weather machine, got to look it up. I can't go into it. And also look up Doppler and cloud seeding, a lot of these things. So I got a little video on that. We're not ignorant of Satan devices. Let's get this right quick. Let's go here. Let's see. Yeah, let's go here first. Let's get this one in 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. We go here all the time. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. One moment. And it reads, it said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his device. And about we already knowing the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon. Satan is the so-called white man. So he's trying to get that advantage. You're seeing it's constantly attacking these infrastructure. So we already know that the heathens are raging. Also, we already knowing that everything is set. They already have these UN troops in place. They already have they're weaponizing the weather, trying to put it in cleaner words. They're weaponizing the weather. So we're seeing that these different storms coming back to back. Are they by coincidence? No, they're all by design. And one thing about it, but the Lord is in perfect control. So let's read this once again. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his device. And who is not ignorant of his device? Those are the prophet, the one that's constantly warning you left and right, day and night. They're not keeping us silent. And also the true believers of Yahweh by Shemashai. And when you go into that word device, it goes into his mindset, his evil plan, his plot. Which in fact is total control, the NWO. Let's read in NLT. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. We already know that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked only for a short season, because we know also when you go to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath, because he's seeing that his days are determined. He's seeing that his time is up. And one thing about it, we're close, because we're constantly going to see these things pick up left and right. So now let's get another one here by Patrick Humphrey. Let me see, can I get it to play? Let's go back out here. Let's go to this one here. Let's go back here. It's about this, I think it's this one here.
A major warning that potentially something bigger is going on behind the scenes. I found multiple different documents, even multiple different laws that are showing exactly what they've been doing. And they've been doing this for over 50 years. I'm going to show you the document, show you everything to prove that this could potentially be going on. I'm not saying it's going on right now, but it's there, and they've been doing it a long time. They've been manipulating things. They've been changing things, and they've even been potentially changing our weather. So let's get into the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So these documents that I found that are coming out of Florida are very troubling, especially considering what is going on right now with Hurricane Milton. Okay, there are programs, admittedly, in Florida that have been going on for 50 plus years. All right, since the 60s, 1968, they started doing experiments over Florida, and these documents are bombshells. So I want you to look at this really quick. It says here, several federal agencies support weather modification programs, which involve cloud seeding activities. Major research programs include precipitation modification, fog and cloud modification, hail suppression, and lightning and hurricane modification. And this is an official document from the Comptroller General of the United States. And there's also a Florida law on this as well, too. I'm going to get to in just a second. It says the National Cumulus Modification Project is aimed at increasing rainfall from tropical cumulus clouds. Experimental seedings of such clouds with silver iodide were conducted initially over the Caribbean Sea from 1963 to 1965. Since 1968, such experiments have been conducted over Florida. Seeding under the project is done with silver iodide flares, which are dropped directly into suitable clouds from airplanes. Projects cost.
So we seeing right there, we're not going to go through the whole, when you get around to it, this guy has some very edifying video, Patrick Humphrey. When you get around to it, look up this news article that he put out today, this video, and we see it, man, we're close, man. We're under attack. They're weaponizing the weather. I put it like that. But we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We read that once again. Let's get a little bit of this one too by the same guy, Patrick Humphreys.
Right, all around me, just from yesterday to today, it's chaos. It's chaos. You can tell that a state of emergency has been declared, and even hundreds of miles away from these evacuation zones, the communities are being changed. People are piling up, and there's no gas, there's no food, there's nothing in the entire state of Florida. Right now, it is being completely wiped out. All right, I'm going to show you guys videos that I took personally myself in just a second, but really quick, guys, please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. Check out a video right here I have up on my phone. I took this personally with my own phone while I was driving to just do a few last minute errands before everything is shut down, right? Cars abandoned on the side of the road here. You can see, all right, I drove by multiple cars like this today, and they were abandoned because they ran out of gas, right? People are driving as far as they can away from this, and I'm out in the country, and there were no gas stations around here for 30 minutes. So people were running out of gas. I saw 3 different cars that were stranded with nobody in them. I was checking to see if people were in because I was going to help and bring them some gas because I have my tanks filled up, but they were all empty. But multiple cars are being stranded right now. Check out this, right? This is what's happening to all the diesel pumps right around me, right? I'm hundreds of miles away from Tampa, Florida, and this is still happening. I'm in north central Florida, and we're still seeing this. There's no diesel. This was out of Sunoco today. There's no diesel at any of the pumps, right? Check out this. This is the truck stop. This is the trucking area for where the trucks go through. None of the trucks, their pumps are working either. All the diesel is gone, right? Also, another gas station here, right? Completely empty. All the pumps have bags on them. This was at a Exxon, right? This is happening hundreds of miles away from the storm epicenter. And there's no gas right now. And people are just stalling out all over the place around here. There's cars all over the place, all over the road, because people can't find gas. And the places where there is gas, there's massive lines. Right? Wawa didn't have gas. Circle K doesn't have gas. Sunoco doesn't have gas. Right? All these different places are out of gas right now. And it's not going to get any better. Right? Look at this other picture I took today. These are all my pictures and my videos that I personally took myself today with my phone here, right? It says no regular gas, sorry, out of service. This is today at a Circle K in northern Florida. Okay, so you think, oh, we're going to evacuate to the north. There's nowhere to go. Even in Georgia, there's no hotels. Alabama, all the way into Mobile, Alabama, there's no hotels. There's no gas at a lot of places. People are struggling, especially the direct on and off ramps for I-75 and I-10 and I-95, these major corridors and highways, they have no gas, right? You have to go way off the highway to find gas, and that's what people are doing. They're going way off the highway to random little towns like near where I live, and all the gas is getting bought up here too. Everyone is moving up here. I'm telling you, all the traffic is moving north. It was just crazy. The lines here, right? There's normally no traffic or anything here, and it's just piled up. All the lights are piled up, have 50 people waiting at the light. It's normally 5 people, right? So everyone is still evacuating right now, and I'm worried that there's going to be a lot of people stranded on the highway. And check this thing out. This is the newest tracking for this hurricane. So they think that it might go south a little bit of Tampa now, right? So which actually could help, because a lot
for that, that's all we're gonna get at that. And one thing about it is that we seeing that infrastructure is constantly being attacked. Also, it's dealing with your transportation, dealing with your fuel, your water. You know, these things are happening. Your power grid. Also, once again, a lot of people are trying to evacuate. I think it's on I-75, if I'm not mistaken. You know, they on that long stretch right there, and on both sides is nothing but water. So, you know, man, these things are ain't gonna pick up. Many shall be taken in a great number. So let's go back to that 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11 once again. It says here, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So one thing about it, he's trying to get that advantage, and he's constantly causing all sorts of order out of chaos. We're seeing it left and right with our own eyes. And one thing about it, you know, he's constantly bringing it forth. We constantly warning you left and right. Man, it's here. It's at the door. You know, it could be an EMP attack. It could be a cyber attack on on the infrastructure. Once again, you know, dealing with your water. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you're drinking water. So, hey, man, this devil here, he's getting ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we're here. Let's go here. Let's get this one right quick. You know, the Lord is getting ready to break the staff of the bread. Let's go here. It's just random script. We'll get one more. Not to meant to be a long lesson. Ezekiel chapter 4. We'll start up at verse, I think it's 16. Salakia, Ezekiel chapter, I think it's 4, and that's it right here. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16 said, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. You know, so, you know, people going to be a dismay. People going to be surprised. You know, the Lord's going to break the staff of bread with what your necessity, your way of life is getting ready to change, your support, you know what I'm saying, you know, your livelihood, you know what I'm saying, your sense of normalcy is getting ready to change. We constantly warning you left and right. So it's dealing with the infrastructure, dealing with your financial system. It's pretty much everything, your water. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, you know, right now taking good baths and shower. Just guess what? When you can't take a bath for several days, you know, man, this place is finished. Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. We are very, very close. You know, that great famine in the land is coming, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know, when you go to Revelation chapter 6, you know what I'm saying? Great economic collapse, that famine, death, You know what I'm saying? Plagues, disease, all these things. It's gonna cause that. You know, when this system finally go all the way out. That's reading the NLT. He said then he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. Said it will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. Said the water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay. You know, people gonna be bugged out of their mind. But when this shortage happens, a lot of people gonna be, you know, they gonna a lot of them gonna give up the ghost. A lot of people gonna line up like clockwork and take that grain of rice. Verse 17 said that they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away in their iniquity. So a lot of people gonna assume away, you know, in their iniquity, because what? It's gonna be a stumbling block for them. A lot of people, you know, not gonna be used to living without this or without that. But one thing about it, you know, that's the Lord's bringing forth that judgment. The Lord is gonna break the staff of the bread. And one thing about it, we seeing right now, it's happening right before our eye. We seeing the fall of this system. We seeing the fall of America right before our eye, and also we seeing what total destruction of America. You know what I'm saying? World War III is constantly brewing. That's reading in the NLT said verse 17 said, lacking food and water, people will look at one another in terror and they will waste away under their punishment. So it's gonna be judgment from Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. We constantly warning you, left and right. Hey man, the devil's getting ready to come down with great wrath. And man, a lot of things are getting ready to happen. Let's get one more and we'll close out. Let's go here. Second Ezra, we'll close out here. Just a quick lesson through this. And I got one more little quick here. And so this is dealing with the infrastructure right here. Verizon phone outage said resolved after short service disruption, company says. You know, we're not going to go into it, but, you know, we're seeing that this is happening. I think this is the second or third time this is happening. So constantly doing these test runs, but it's about to be the real thing, you know. So things about to go black very soon. You know, a lot of people going to be in disarray. A lot of people going go, hey man, we're here, man. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go back out. I'm trying to go to my other Bible. Let's go here to 2nd Ezra chapter 8. We'll close out here. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. We close out here. Just a very quick lesson. So we seeing what's going on there, weaponizing the wealth, and also they constantly causing all these different things, cyber attacks and the terrorist attack, all sorts of things they constantly bringing forth. You know, power grid. I think they had an attack on the power grid. I think it was back in earlier last year, how they were saying they were trying to attack the power grid, knock out a lot of power, you know, all sorts of things. Oh man, let's see here. Might have go. I don't know why I keep doing that. Let's go here to this other one here. Let's see, can I get this one here? If not, we might just close out. Let's see. I'm trying to, let's see here. Let's go to this one here to go to my other Bible. Let's go to this one. It's another one I got. Oh man, where is it? I don't even see it. Let's see. Let's go to this one here. So can I pull it up in this one? Let's see. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 8 and verse 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. Salaki for that. We're gonna get ready to close out. It's a quick lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Bashai. And one thing about it, you know, the Lord, you know, we constantly warning you left and right of all these impending dangers. Let's highlight this right quick. See, I can't get it any bigger. It says here, it says 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50, it said, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So one thing about it, you know, right now we at the, you know, at the end, you know, we seeing right now the end is being manifested right before our eyes. And a lot of these great calamities and catastrophes are constantly happening left and right. Global events that we have never seen before, because people are walking in great pride, constantly being rebellious, constantly are not aware, you know, not hearing, you know, constantly despising the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And the Lord is getting ready to bring forth hell like you have never seen before. So the Lord is constantly in perfect control, even though we're seeing that this man is constantly bringing forth a new system. You know, he's constantly tearing down this system. That's what we're constantly seeing left and right. It's all by design. and manufactured, but by who? Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord is in perfect control. So the Lord is bringing this place down brick by brick. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes. So this place is under attack. You know, we're seeing it left and right. Also, we knowing that America will be totally destroyed. We cannot wait, man. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is America infrastructure under attack. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. And I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.